everyone, good morning. My greetings to all of you. I am Thurskim Beaver Saga from BS Ed 1 Block 1 and I will be your reporter for today. So for today's video, I am going to discuss my generalizations about globalization. I know and I believe that most of us or all of us here have heard the word globalization. And we have experienced it because we are not just tackling and discussing about it, but because we are living in a globalized world. So, what is globalization? Globalization, it is the process of developing and integration among people, companies, and governments worldwide. It is not just present here in the Philippines or from the other country, but it is present worldwide. Globalization is the word used to describe a growing interdependence of the world. I believe that globalization has given us so much impact, either it is positive or negative. And giving our definitions or defining globalization will clear us and will help us determine the concrete steps in addressing issues of globalization and see the opportunities we could get from it, since we cannot run away from it. Instead, we should live in it. So how will you define globalization? Globalization, based from experience and per understanding, it does not just affect one factor. Instead, it affects the following. First, the economy. Second, the political system. Third, culture. And last, the social structure of the country. So first, the economy. The economy is the making, the dividing, and using up of goods and services, or even the money of the person. And globalization has affected the economical impact of globalization is that globalization makes standard of living better. It makes our lives better. It makes the access to markets easier. It makes a great difference in spreading income. One of the example that I can give is that in today's contemporary or modern world, with just a click in our gadgets, in our high technology, we can find job online. We can get foods online. We can have what we want and what we need online. We don't need anymore to go outside to have the heat of the sun, to do transportations. It's so tiresome. And for now, the economy has developed because of globalization. With just a click in our gadget, we can have the delivery, we can get, and we don't have to fall in line to find a job interview because we can do it online. That's the example of the impact of globalization in the economy. Second, one of the affected factor of globalization is the political system, our political system in the government. Politics is the social relationships between making decisions and ability to do something. It is something to give and take, where the people and the government, they give and take. So the globalization helps the governmental and non-governmental organization interact with each other and integrate or to grow in creating associations and plans, but somehow it makes border less important and makes countries depend on each other to survive. Meaning, in this situation, we have two situations, the positive and the negative, just like what I've said earlier, that globalization has positive and negative impact. In the political system, the positive one is that the government and the non-government, the political system can integrate, can give their ideas with each other, and they could interact because we are now in a globalized world, and that is very easy. They can have their ideas very conveniently. And the negative one is that the countries, where the countries they can interact, time will come that they will depend on each other. If they have some problems, they will not find ways anymore, because they believe that the other country will help them instead of finding ways, because they are depending on each other just to survive. That's the political system, the effect of globalization to our politics. One of the example here is that we are fond of, or we already know, the rampant diseases, most especially the COVID-19. The example here is that, or the situation example here is, the doctors, the non-governmental, or either private or in public, the doctors are asking to the government for cures of this COVID virus. And because of dependency to other countries, the government will ask for vaccines to other countries, because we know that we are in a globalized world and we will depend on other countries, because most especially in times that we are very much in need, because we are just a poor, not the poorest, but somehow poor country. So we need to ask for their help. Then the foreign countries will help us and will give us vaccines. And in that situation, the country will depend on other countries. And there is that depth of gratitude that the country must help the other country who helped them, in order for giving back to that country. That is why in this, the negative part there was, they will depend on each other, and the hospital will also depend on the government. They will still ask and ask and ask. So that was the political system that was affected by the globalization. But the good thing there is that the victims, or the ill person, will be cured because of that vaccine given by the government that was from the other country. So third, let's move on. The culture. Culture is the quality to entertain different group of people, defined by things from language, religion, habits, music, and art. Well, as you can see in the picture, they have different colors, they have different beliefs, and many other things. So, due to globalization, selling of culture happened. So culture may be bought and sold. And this is the negative thing here. There's the positive that one person or one company have earned money because of selling the culture. And the negative part here is that the culture now can be bought and sold. It is not preserved already. So, one example here that I can give is that this young lady wearing this traditional costume, maybe, or the example is, maybe she doesn't really know what was this tradition all about. She was just wearing it for some fashion, and that is the bad thing there, that the culture was not preserved anymore because of we are being globalized, and globalization has taught us to have fashion, to have everything, until we forget the true value of tradition and culture. And lastly, the social structures of a country. Globalization has made individuals from every countries interact with each other very easily and create new ideas from different countries, which was very good because we become more sociable. We can socialize with other countries very easily. We can talk to them with just using a video call, and that was the good thing that globalization has made to our social. Like for example, this one. They are a group of men and women whom are studying, and they are using the gadgets in order to contact those foreign people whom can give them new ideas and learnings. And that is the socialization, even though they don't know that if it is poor, if it is rich or any other else, unless they could get the idea, and through that they could integrate and grow because they get the ideas that they need. And that's all for today. I hope you all guys learned from my video, and thank you very much for watching. Goodbye. See you in my next video. By the way, I'm Kim. Bye bye.